Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie ESTHER here, and this is my second YouTube channel called Paulie Pops, where I make videos about my hobby of collecting these Funko Pop figures you see here behind me. Well, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I'm always looking on Kijiji for some good deals on Funko Pops of people who are getting out of the hobby or just happen to have some extras of things that I'm looking for my collection. Stuff you can't find in stores anymore. Kijiji is essentially Canada's version of Craigslist. It's a company that's owned by eBay where people sell their stuff locally. And the other night I found a listing for some Funko Pops that fit what I was looking for to a T. It was a fella who had listed some older Adventure Time Funko Pops that are about 10 years old, and they command, you know, some pretty good prices on the aftermarket. And in fact, the prices of the original Adventure Time Funko Pops from 2013 are so high that I thought they were unattainable, and I hadn't bought the newer wave of Adventure Time Funko Pops because I said, well, if I get these new ones, I'm gonna want to go back and get those old ones, and they're kind of out of reach for me, so I'm probably never gonna own them. So I decided not to get the new Adventure Time Funko Pops. And now in retrospect, I wish that I had, because I didn't realize I would have the opportunity to get these older ones. So I saw this listing late one night and I thought, wow, these are gone. It's such a good price. There's no way they're going to still be available. But anyway, I fired off a message because the listing was still there to say, hey, are these still available? When can I pick them up? And so I woke up the next morning around 8 a.m. and I saw that the fella had responded to me through the night at 1 a.m., said, yeah, they're still available when you want to come over. So I messaged him right away and said, I can come over whenever. I'm available right now. And he said, okay, well, I'm home. You can come over now and pick them up then. And they were $10 each, 5 figures, which was, I was like, I can't believe I'm going to get these. So here's my adventure, my story of my adventure to get the Adventure Time Pops. So I said, okay, where do I need to go? So he gave me the address to his building, and he had a note and said, it's an old building, it's an apartment building, and the buzzer doesn't work, so just message me when you get here. And I said, oh, cool, I only live about 15 minutes away. I'll be there in no time. So I quick hit the bank, took 50 bucks out of the bank, drove to where he lives, and parked in a school parking lot. School's not in session yet when this happened. And then I went across the street to his building and I messaged him from my car, actually. I'm here, okay, I'm here. So I go wait on the stoop of his apartment building, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And I thought, okay, well, I'll just keep busy on my phone. He'll see this message eventually. Like, I told him I'm only 15 minutes away. At some point he should probably wonder, hey, did that guy message me back? Like, he said he was going to be here in 15 minutes. So I'm waiting and waiting, and I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm pulling on the door. How do I get in here? How many apartments are in this building?
This castle is in unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
And I look and I see it's like split level apartment building. So just above my head, there's the window of someone's apartment, and this dog is staring at me through an open window behind a screen, obviously. He's just staring at me, and he's just like, I don't know, 5-6 feet away from my head. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe this dog isn't barking his head off, just staring at me right here on the stoop. I mean, that's a pretty good dog. It was like a, you know, a little husky dog-sized dog. And I thought, that's interesting. Dog's just sitting there. Okay, well, I'm waiting. So I send the guy another message. Hey, yeah, I'm just out in front of your building here. Waiting. Finally, it gets to be over 20 minutes, and I said, you know, hey, I don't know what else to do because I've been out here over 20 minutes and nobody's coming, and I don't know how to get a hold of you because I don't have his number. This is all just going through email, right? I said, so I guess I'm going to have to leave. I don't know what else to do. And I said, okay, I guess I'm going home because my wife was waiting for me. I told her, oh, this guy, he lives 15 minutes away. It's going to be no problem. She's like, okay, well, pick up coffee and breakfast on the way home. And she's waiting for me. And I thought, I can't be out here forever. What is going on? I don't know how this guy didn't come answer the door. So I leave, I go home, I pick up breakfast on the way home with coffee. I go home, we start eating it. I finish my breakfast, bing on my phone, and he looks and he's like, I didn't get any of your messages. I had written to him, I can only assume that you must have fallen back asleep, question mark, because I don't know why you aren't coming to the door after I sent him like 4 or 5 messages. I guess I'll have to leave. So then he says, yeah, I didn't get any of your messages, weird. And I'm like, And he goes, but I'm here now. He's like, I should have given you my phone number. He goes, I'll wait outside if you want to come back again. And I'm like, I went home and had breakfast, bro. And normally I'd be, I'd have my nose out of joint and I wouldn't even go back. I'd be like, whatever. If you can't pay enough attention to be ready when I'm arriving, then I don't want to deal with you. But the deal was so good that I thought I have to go back if he's going to be there this time. So I said, okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Because last time I made it there in 15 minutes, and that was with stopping at the bank. So I said, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And he goes, okay, I'll be in the backyard with my dog. Okay, so I drive back, and I message him, all right, I'm here again. Park in the same place in the school lot, across the street, and I see him approaching me. He's been sitting in a lawn chair in the back of his building, and that same dog that I saw through the window staring at me is tied up to this lawn chair. So I go up to him and I go, oh, you live in the front apartment? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I saw the dog staring at me through the window. And I thought, wow, what a good dog. I couldn't believe he wasn't barking at me, just staring at me through the window. And he's like, oh, I wondered what my dog was staring at. And I'm like, if he just would have come look, oh, I wonder what my dog's looking at. He would have been like, oh, this is probably the guy. No. So he just hands me the bag of stuff, and I give him the $50. And I go, okay, haha, funny story. Yeah, that's funny that you didn't get any of my messages. And he's like, yeah, this app can be really finicky. Okay, sure, Jan. So normally I don't look over people's stuff when I meet. I just trust that what I've seen in the pictures is what you're going to get, and I just hand over the money. I don't count everything or look it all over meticulously. If it's a good enough deal on paper in the photos, just a good enough deal for me, right? And that's worked against me a couple of times, like that time where I bought 20 sodas from that lady for $5 a piece, and she wound up only giving me 16 or 17. I got shorted in that, so that works against me. But in this time it worked in my favor. And I heard him saying something behind me as I left, and I handed him the $50. He looked at it, he didn't say anything, and I'm walking away. I heard him saying something, but I thought he was talking to the dog. But maybe he was talking to me. I'm not too sure. So anyway, so let's show you what I got. So here we go. First pop is Adventure Time Jake. So this is one of the basic characters from the set. You can see here it says 2013, and he paid $10.95 a piece for these. So these were all $10 a piece, which is, basically about what they cost initially. So if we open up a pop price guide here, we see that Jake the dog is worth about 18 US. Again, I paid Canadian. I paid 50 Canadian for all these. So that's around, I don't know, let's say $38 US, something like that. So the Jake is worth $18 there. So then the next pop we got was Fiona. Now this guy's not a collector. The boxes are a little rough around the edges. They're not perfect. They have some imperfections here, but for the price, I don't really care. I'm happy to just get these in my collection. I don't really care about the box condition. The price is so good. So Fiona was the next pop that we got. And if we bring up Fiona here on the pop price guide, this one is going for about $24. You can see these Adventure Time pops are on the move here, right? So these are all the most recent sales. So lately she's been trending for, in July, she's been trending for about $35. These are completed sales that they track on eBay and stuff. But it says overall they figure that it's worth estimated value of $24 for Fiona. And then the next one we got here is Bimo. Bimo's so cute. He looks like a little Game Boy here. Again, not the best boxes. These have been around for 10 years. and they're a little rough around the edges. This is before the day that anybody even thought of making a pop protector to put sleeves around these and protect the integrity. So they aren't perfect, but they are, not only are they good, they're good enough for me. So there's BMO here, and BMO, according to the pop price guide, is $40. You can see, when is this? There's a spike here. I can't click that one. This one, oh, this one's about, yeah, 40 is the most recent sale here. So $40 is the price for BMO. So this one is like essentially US dollars, me paying in Canadian. This is essentially pays for the whole lot that I got here from the fella. And then the next pop we got is the Lumpy Space Princess. So they had 2 waves of these, I think. She looks to be from wave 1 here. Let me see the Fiona. Yeah, because this is number 30. The Fiona is number 54. And this is a different wave. So they had 2 waves of these. Still both from 2013. So there's the Lumpy Space Princess, and Lumpy Space Princess is coming in at $41 on the pop price guide. And you can see her most recent sales are $50 and $55 for this one. So they are all trending upwards. And so then the next pop that we got is none other than the Ice King. I don't know if you can see this on camera. There's a little bit of wear here on the edge. Like some color is washed off the box there. See that? But I don't care. For the price of this at $10 a pop, Ice King, this is a really good one in the series here. And if we look this one up on Pop Price Guide, this one comes in at $55 US for this guy here, right? So that's the 5 pops we got. Or is it? So I went back and when I got home, I opened up the bag and I looked at these to judge the conditions, see did I need to clean them up or whatnot. And well, it turns out that there's 6 pops in the bag. And I'm like, what? I thought there's only 5. I only gave him $50 for 5 pops. There's 6 pops in here. I go back and check the listing. Sure enough, it says $10 per pop. There's only 5 pops pictured. I double checked it. There's only 5 pops pictured. Mysteriously, he gave me a 6th pop. So I don't know if that's what he was barking about when I was leaving, you know. Well, I handed him 50, and I don't know if he was, you know, as I was walking away. Maybe he genuinely was talking to the dog, because I think he would have called to me more aggressively if he was like, hey, you only gave me 50. There's 6 pops. You owe me 60. I didn't hear any of that. I'm pretty sure he was talking to the dog. But I don't know if he looked at it and he said, yeah, whatever. I already made this guy come out to my place twice. I'm just going to take the 50. I'm not going to give him any grief over he's short. I wouldn't have had the extra $10 anyway, because I thought I only needed 50 at the max. I took 50 out of the bank. I didn't even have 60. So anyway, I get home and I find out that there's a 6th pop in the box that I never paid for. And this is Lemon Grab, and this is the most valuable pop of them all. And it was never even pictured. And I'm like, what? How did I get Lemon Grab in here? Check the ad, no Lemon Grab pictured. He just threw it in the box, and when he handed me the bag, he goes, they're all here. And I just said, okay. I never looked and checked it over, and I guess to my benefit, I wound up getting this extra one. And so we can see here that the Lemon Grab, according to Pop Price Guide, is the most valuable of them all at $65 US. So, yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm not going to complain about that. So what does this add up to on Pop Price Guide for all the totals? So we got 65, so that's 120, 161, 201, 225, 243, $243 US. So it's about $300 Canadian in value altogether. I paid $50 for it. So that was an incredible deal to me. Again, you know, the box condition isn't perfect on all these, but, you know, I would be paying through the nose. I don't know if you could see that. There's a little bit of a bump here, a little minor crease here. I'd be paying through the nose if I wanted perfect box examples, you know. I'd be paying much closer to that $300 price. Actually, when I looked on eBay, some of these prices on Pop Price Guide seem low. They are all trending upward. I'm seeing Ice King selling for between 80 and 100 US on eBay. So I think Pop Price Guide's a little low to the current market value. Anyway, I'm pleased as punch to have gotten these 6 figures for 50 bucks. And it was well worth the extra trip to go back one more time. And I'm just, I'm still shaking my head at the fact that I got a free lemon grab here out of the whole thing. But that's my Adventure Time story. My adventure to get Adventure Time Pops. Again, these didn't come from a collector, and if they had, I would never have gotten them for this price. So I'm more than willing to accept the minor imperfections on the box damage here, because even loose out-of-box pops would sell for more than what I paid here. So yeah, that's all I have to show you today. Thank you so very much for watching and listening to my tall tale, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.